heard about the dawn of the PayPal Mafia? He masterminded the creation of the foremost online payment processing of the 2000s and arguably to date.
Because at PayPal, we believe your money should work for you.
He has invested in over 61 top companies that include some of your favorite apps and services. He is called Peter Thiel. Some call him the Don of the PayPal Mafia, and we call him the James Bond of the tech ecosystem. Hey everyone, and welcome to Booked, where we inspire others with inspiring stories. In today's video, we are going to go over the success story of Palantir and talk about its founder, Peter Thiel. So make sure to watch this video till the end, because we are going to share with you the books that Peter Thiel, the founder, read and wrote along his amazing journey. Books that changed his life and that may change yours. But before getting to the middle of today's video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There is a chance you have used software that Peter Thiel either invested in or founded. Think of Stripe, SpaceX, Airbnb, Facebook, TransferWise, Spotify, Figma, just name it. Peter got you. According to Crunchbase.com, Peter Thiel has over 58 investments in his portfolio and has successfully exited from over 13 startups. Most successful founders end up being investors and philanthropists until they've grown their companies to be sustainable. But for him, he started his enterprising journey as an investor before co-founding startups. But he didn't just barge into the tech world and become successful. He worked on a couple of projects and companies before officially starting his entrepreneurship journey. While at Stanford, he founded a newspaper called the Stanford Review that provided a conservative and libertarian point of view and an alternative to other newspapers in school that didn't promote diversity and multiculturalism. After obtaining a Bachelor's of Arts from Stanford University, Peter attended Stanford Law School and earned a Juris Doctor degree in 1992. When he's not doing business, he speaks out against bad governance, bad debt incurred by the government, warring countries, and global peace. Peter doesn't just talk, he does the work. Today, Peter Thiel has donated to over 50 American political figures, notably the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, and Meg Whitman, a former presidential and governorship candidate. The first of many. Peter Thiel is originally a German but migrated to America at the age of 1. He schooled at the Bowditch Middle School and was very good at mathematics. He represented his school in a mathematics competition held in California and won the competition. At that young age, he became a big fan of Ronald Reagan, as he admired his optimism and anti-communism. His brilliance led him to being the valedictorian of his graduating class in 1985. During his time at Stanford, he observed a media platform called the Rainbow Agenda was suppressing and criticizing discussions about diversity and multiculturalism. Peter Thiel received funding from Irving Kristol and launched the Stanford Review to present alternative views on a wide range of issues in the Stanford community. With his initiative, people could now have access to an alternative platform to express their opinions without being suppressed or criticized. The Stanford Review still exists today and has been published consistently for the past 30 years. Some people attribute the continued existence of the Stanford Review to Peter's success and donation to the organization 30 years after leading the student-led organization. But this also shows the part of Thiel that loves societal and political conversations. Today he continues to fund businesses and his original areas of interest in civil rights and politics. No linear path to success. Peter Thiel worked for some organizations before starting his entrepreneurship career. His first organization was Thiel Capital Management. He raised $1 million from friends and family to kickstart a career as a venture capitalist and invest in new businesses emerging from the dot-com boom. Entrepreneurship is a roller coaster ride with highs and lows, and the low moment for Thiel Capital Management was when they invested $100,000 into a web-based calendar project that later failed. Peter did not give up. He took the lessons from that failure and would later become one of the most successful investors in Silicon Valley. In an interview published by CNBC, Peter Thiel said that one of the most effective tools entrepreneurs should have is the belief that it's hard but possible to build great businesses. He believes this will help shape their minds and behavior towards failure. Despite investing in a failed business, Peter didn't give up, and his next invention became a breakthrough venture for him. The secret of decades of success. A guiding principle for Peter, whenever he's starting a business or investing in a startup, is to only get involved with novel and game-changing ideas. In a Wall Street Journal, Peter Thiel pointed out one thing all big companies have in common. When the big companies launched, they were all far in the game. They rarely have competitions. This principle guided the creation of PayPal. In the 90s, buying things online from companies like eBay was sketchy. You had to pay by check, which would usually take up to 10 days to clear. When a transaction fails, one would have to send another check and wait up to 10 days again. Peter solved this problem by creating PayPal, a digital platform that offers digital payments and automatic clearance. PayPal achieved a breakthrough years before other competitors like Apple Pay, Google Pay, Square came on board. The same thing guided his other investments. Peter was the first external investor on Facebook. His $500,000 investment into Facebook grew to over $1 billion when Facebook went IPO. He also invested in novel ideas such as Airbnb, Stripe, Tesla, and a host of other investments. An idea inspired by a movie. While Peter Thiel continues to invest in novel ideas across the world through his investment firm, Founders Fund, he also runs a real company. Soon after eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, Peter launched another startup called Palantir. Palantir is a mission-oriented company that would help companies analyze their data and also use software technologies like data science and fraud detection technologies to reduce terrorism while preserving civil liberties. Palantir currently works with secret government agencies like the CIA and other spy agencies and is worth an estimated $21 billion. An exciting thing about Palantir is the concept behind the idea. Have you seen the movie Lord of the Rings? If you have not, it's not too late to go check it out. Palantir is designed using the concept of the Seeing Stones in Lord of the Rings. In the movie, the stone is a powerful tool used to track the enemy, show events that have happened or will happen. The stone is even more magical if those handling it have some sort of superpowers to manipulate the stone to show the exact scene they want and how they want it. Okay, enough of the movie narration. So how does the stone from Lord of the Rings relate to Peter's Palantir? Using the same concept, Palantir is a hidden eye that sees everything. It analyzes repositories of data collected from soldiers, the CIA, the police, or any other sources. Some of the data it collects are fingerprints, bank records, phone calls, etc. It analyzes this data and uncovers relevant information to track criminals, terrorists, illegal transactions, etc. Palantir can also predict future attacks or events using the data it analyzed. Cool, isn't it? I hope you now see why we call Peter Thiel the James Bond of the tech ecosystem. Book recommendations. Peter Thiel strongly advises entrepreneurs to focus on building businesses that are monopolies. He believes that we may never see another Mark Zuckerberg in the social media sector, nor another Larry Page in the search engine space. How then can we build businesses that will stand out and become a monopoly? There's one way to find out, and that's by reading the following books Peter recommends. 0 to 1, written by Peter Thiel and Blake Masters. It's not news that Peter is a fan of business monopoly, and in this book he went further on to say that failed startups have one thing in common: their inability to escape competition. This book also advises entrepreneurs on strategies to start businesses that are void of competition and make tons of money. Originals: How Nonconformists Move the World, written by Adam Grant. This book shows that being a game changer is not built in the DNA. Anyone can come up with great ideas if they're willing to do so. This book is a great read if you're looking to take on new challenges and achieve the extraordinary. The Hard Things About Hard Things, written by Ben Horowitz. The writer wants entrepreneurs to understand that building a great business is a difficult task. He goes on to share his experiences in helping tech entrepreneurs build great startups across the world. If you're looking to start a great business and solve difficult problems, you should read this book. The Sovereign Individuals, written by James Dale Davidson and Williams Rees-Mogg. In recommending this book, Peter said, "One of the books that tremendously influenced me when I started PayPal. This book looked at the different economic transitions of the world, the shift from the industrial age to the information age. This book will inspire you to think of how you can play in the next economic transition." Life After Google, written by George Gilder. On recommending this book, Peter said, "The future will be controlled by humans." The writer argues that the era of Google is coming to an end, and Silicon Valley giants will have to figure out the next big thing. You could build the next big thing. Read this book recommended by Peter Thiel to find out how. Peter believes the cost for failure can be very expensive, as it creates fear in the minds of entrepreneurs and makes them think small. Because they failed, they imagine that building a great startup is impossible. Entrepreneurs will need to change their mindset. They should understand that successful people do not become successful by failing. They do so by picking the lessons in failure and improving themselves. When Mark Zuckerberg was asked the best lesson he learned from Peter Thiel, he said he learned that in a world that is changing so quickly, the biggest risk one can take is not taking any risk. Dear entrepreneur, go out there and take risks.